Welcome to the Chalk Bites video on social media and the company brand. In this video, we'll be discussing the way your use of social media can affect the brand of the company you work for. We'll start by going over just how powerful your words can be, then we'll lay down some guidelines for what is best left unsaid, and finish with some ways you can post that will benefit your company. Let's start by addressing the impact your posts have on company brand. Every company has a brand, that is, an image or general perception that people have in their minds about it. When you post about the company you work for, it changes the way people think about that company. The truth is, people trust your opinions. In fact, the 2015 Edelman Trust Barometer report found that while only 43% of people find CEO's opinion on their business to be trustworthy, the average person's opinion is trusted by 63%. And a company's technical expert is trusted by 67% of people. The majority of citizens are unwilling to believe what company management has to tell them, but they'll believe what you say. That means that your posts are going to carry more weight with more people than something released by an official account. In fact, research from Cisco has shown that employees have 10 times as many followers as corporate social accounts. This gives employees greater reach and greater impact than those higher up the poll, and it shows. On the negative side of things, we have the Domino's Pizza employees, who in 2009 posted a video of themselves doing a variety of gross things to the food. Domino's company revenues reportedly dropped 1% to 2% that quarter, and the employees were let go. Or the story of Justine Sacco, the Senior Director of Corporate Communications at IAC. She published one particularly ill-considered tweet just before getting on a flight to South Africa. After her plane landed, 11 hours later, she discovered that she had become the top trend worldwide. That one tweet would lead to her losing her job and being hounded by press for months. Even little things, when made completely public, can have powerful consequences. These consequences can be positive too, though. Adobe has had very positive experiences with their employees using social media to build the company's reputation. They've even said that one employee, Julianne Cost, often single-handedly drives more subscriptions to Creative Cloud than the official Photoshop Twitter account. So, we've seen the power that you have on your employer's brand. Knowing that, it's important to know what you should and should not be posting. And we'll go over now what's better left unsaid. Catherine Foster Meyer, a partner at GKG Law in Washington, D.C., and career expert, has some great advice on what some of that might be. The first and most obvious is confidential information. Every organization has a portion of content that needs to remain private, and it's vital that employees keep it such. If you're not sure whether or not the post you're about to make contains confidential information, it's always better to leave it out. Similarly, you should avoid breaching antitrust laws. Any statements about industry pricing, refusals to deal, or industry boycotts can have profound consequences, and the publicity of social media will only exacerbate it. Sharing a coworker's personal information without express permission can be a huge breach of privacy as well. Even beyond actions with legal consequences, there are posts that ought to be avoided. Anything that might be considered inappropriate, demeaning, or offensive can have serious consequences, especially if it's on the same account that you use to post work-related content. It's also important to stop yourself from posting content that could cause an uproar in the general public, as happened in August of 2013. A Japanese Burger King employee posted a picture of himself lying on a pile of hamburger buns. Ultimately, it didn't matter that the buns were waste products that were going to be thrown away. The public did not approve. Even just posting content like this to your private group of friends is risky. All it takes is one person taking a screen capture and posting the results to another site like Reddit for it to take off. Ultimately, it's better to avoid posts like these altogether. Now that we've seen what should not be posted, let's look at some guidelines on what should be posted. First, be transparent about who you are. Don't be afraid to affiliate yourself with your company, especially if you're posting about work-related material. It not only helps to build the company's reputation, but it also adds credibility to your post and is more ethical. Make sure also to be accurate in these posts and to cite your sources. Provide links if possible. If you don't believe that your opinion is a completely accurate representation of the company's views, then just make sure to note that they belong to you. You can be a part of a company and still post your thoughts on an issue. You should also do your best to be polite and courteous, especially when you disagree with someone. Arguments on the internet are notorious for getting heated, and allowing yourself to be sucked into that never ends well. As for the actual content you should consider posting, try things that are positively related to your career. Articles that tie into your work can be great, especially with your insight. Make a post when your company does something that excites you. After all, if you think it's interesting, your followers likely will too. As you post things that build an atmosphere of positivity, you'll find people responding in kind. In the end, you'll need to rely on your own good judgment, but you should check with your employer for specific do's and don'ts. This concludes our video on social media and the company brand. In this video, we covered first the power that you as an employee have on your company's brand. Then we discussed some of the things best avoided on social media. Finally, we went over some guidelines on how to create a positive image of yourself and your company on the internet. If you're interested in more information, feel free to check out the links provided in the video description. We hope that these guidelines will be helpful to you in your online experiences. But always remember that there are few hard and fast rules, and ultimately, it's up to you to use your best judgment. Thank you for joining us here at Chalk Bites. Want more? Come see what we have to offer at www.chalkbites.com.